Hi guys, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Shamri bin Jason, SB2022, and today I'm going to present about my part abstract from the topic, which is the construction of plural civilization in Malaysia. So the aim to examine the importance of level ethnic relations in pluralism to show the achievement of the goal racial unity in Malaysia. The diversity leads to difference that exists in a society which can become a challenge to the construction national identity and national unity. So after 64 years, the independence, the problem of nation building in Malaysia is still and seems to continue. The leaders of Malaya, which later formed the Federation of Malaysia before independence, has paved the way for unity of all races through the social contract. Consensus is translated into the Federation of Malaya in 1957 and remain until now. The objective of the study was to discuss how to analyze the level of ethnic relations uh, among the plural society made up of ethnics such as Malays, Chinese, Indians, which is the major ethnics, and many more ethnics in Malaysia. So the research methodology is also assisted by uh, library methods and resources from the website to obtain qualitative data and field research to obtain the quantitative data to strengthen the finding of the study. The research hypothesis can also identify the ethnic relations in Malaysia and are in a state that may only be turbulent, although perhaps the issue triggered is a small issue including religious and cultural question that can bring dangerous implication to the unity of Malaysian races. So the ethnic relations may be strained due to different religion, culture, and significant economic gaps between the races. Malaysia also suggested that ethnic relation should be according to Islam because Islam emphasizes the harmony of life regardless of race and religions. Moreover, Malaysia is a Muslim country and that implies Islamic lifestyle into their daily life. So, to conclude, interracial relations need to be emphasized and taken seriously by all parties, regardless of the regardless of race, to maintain unity. Other than that, avoiding a discussion about an issue that may arouse or other religions or uh, cultural sensitivity that may harm the unity among Malaysians. So that's all from me, guys. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Nurul Izwana binti Sarif. Now, I'm going to continue the objective of this topic. In Malaysia, there are three main ethnic that had been found, which is Malay, Chinese, and Indian. The three main ethnics found in Malaysia have their own different civilization, different language, and different religions. For example, Malay speak Malay, Chinese mainly speak in Mandarin language, while Indian speak in Tamil language. However, we are all talented in speak Malaysian language, which is Malay language, that is certified as our official language. This helps a lot in our daily life to communicate and even in enhancing the nation building of Malaysia. Although we are from different ethnics, but all of us works together for a betterment of our dearest country, Malaysia.
Good morning, doctor and fellow friends. I'm Sorisha and I'm going to present the objective part of our essay. Our objective is to understand the process of nation building in Malaysia through the diversity of civilizations. Basically, nation building is defined as a process whereby a society of people come together within the boundaries of a sovereign state. As a result, there will be unified constitutional and legal dispensation, national public education system, integrated national economy, and also shared symbols and values. Besides, people are also working hard to eradicate the divisions and foster a better unity. As we know, Malaysia contains various of different ethnicities such as Malay, Chinese, India, Kadazan, and so on. Also, there are also different languages and religions, and each of the ethnicities have their own unique cultural that are retained from their ancestors.
Hello, I am Yak Today I'm going to talk about the social history of establishment of nation-state under the influence of world civilization. The history are divided into two parts which are the history of Malay world and identified civilization of Malaysia. The history of Malay world starts with the indigenous civilization of Malay world. The Malay world refers to an area which includes islands and mainland. Several kingdoms have emerged from this area. Some of them are Funan, Champa, Angkor, Kedatua, and Majapahit. These kingdoms have developed into famous centers for trade and religions. The development and the progress of the kingdom in the Malay world are on par with those of the foreign kingdom. Trade, religious, and diplomatic relations exist between them. The civilization of Asia is the second civilization in the Malay world. History of Asia can be collected from its own perspective, where three continental coastal areas of Asia, which are East Asia, South Asia, and Middle East. These three areas are connected. These coastal areas are the birthland of the earliest civilizations in the world such as Mesopotamia, Indus Valley, and Tiongkok. The growth of civilization in Mesopotamia, Indus Valley, and Tiongkok contain similarity and they exchange their technologies and concepts such as mathematics and wills. The third civilization of the history of Malay world is the civilization of West. The West culture is similar to West civilization of Europe civilization, which means the culture from Europe. The concept of West culture is more showing the aspect on the materialistic achievement as their ruler to identify the community with civilization or not. Europe culture developed of in variation of philosophy, scholasticism, and mysticism in Middle Age and humanism from Christian. The Europe culture developed fast with the full encouragement for receive, adapt to, and the most important is influence the way of other cultures. This development is supported and encouraged by the global connections. The global civilization has big impact in many aspects such as politics, economic, social culture, and also the development of knowledge and thinking skills. The development of global civilization dedicates in diversity construction of civilization in Malaysia. There are three parts under the civilization of Malaysia which are Independence Day 1957, the establishment of country and nation.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kayanisa binti Muhammad Azman. My metric number is SP20005. I will continue about religious dialogue in Malaysia. According to social history of the influence of world civilization in nation building, religious dialogue can be as an effective mechanism in creating racial and religious unity. In Malaysia, there is three forms of religious dialogue are developed. The first one is dialogue in life. This dialogue will occur when the members of the community different ones are forced to live together outside the boundary of their own group. For an example, in the Boba and Nyonya community in Malacca, the non-Malay ethnic assimilation process has undergone a fairly high level with the community, so it seems to have merged with their ethnic culture or regime. The second one is dialogue to the collective action. It means that every believer of different religions agree to plan and implement action that benefit for all parties. And the last one is dialogue to the intellectual discourse. There is a scholarly discourse that states the alternative to create unity among the non-Muslims in Malaysia, such as the Christian community needs to be united despite the differences between sects, also can possible to hold a dialogue with the government to join NGOs to voice their wishes. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mu Shangyuan. Today I would like to share about the concept of the state in the Malaysia. Country refers to a society inhabiting a particular area and the existence of the ruling government. The concept of the country is an independent and sovereign government governing a territory recognized by other countries. The people of each country are bound by their homeland, constitution, and citizenship. The most important element of the country is the population of the people, as they are important in order to advance the country from various aspects such as economics. Marx and Weber are detailed the main features of the formation of a nation, include the existence of the population, correspondence, government, and the sovereignty. For Marx, the state is the product of the class contradictions and the class struggle and is controlled by the economically dominant class. Meanwhile, for Weber, the state is a human community that successfully claims the monopoly of the legitimate use of the physical violence in a given territory. Dar, who was influenced by Weber, defined a state as a political system established by a group of the people who settle in a territory and form a legitimate government that rules the territory. A country, according to the international laws, must have the following elements, such as the population, territory or border, government, and sovereignty. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sukaishan. I'm going to talk about the concept of nation in Malaysia. A nation is defined as a community of people bound in an integrated unit of collective consciousness based on the ethnic, cultural, historical sharing. Nation also associates with blood, family, ethnic, culture, religion, and region. Nation can be used to describe an ethnic group, language, and culture of a community. It is formed on the basis of the common language, common culture, ethnicity, and also history. A large group of human beings from a nation usually through the blood and descent ties, the use of common language, the sharing of tradition and history. The use of term nation is quite widespread and carries a complex meaning. The term nation actually comes from the Latin word meaning birth. It refers to the place of origin of an individual birth leading to the formation of a large group of human beings. A nation is more overtly political than an ethnic group. An American political scientist who called Benedict Anderson defined the nation as imagined political community. This is because it entails horizontal comradeship, which is a sense of communication between people who always do not know each other, while Penrose defines the nation as the largest self-defined collectivity of people whose members believe that they share some form of territorial association and that they are genealogically related. Despite their several perspectives, the sentiment that forms a nation is the feeling of togetherness, or can call it as belonging together. Nation is a group of human beings who have a sense of common belonging. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kausalya Silvaraju and my matrix number is SP20006. And here I am to present about the history of Malaysia. First of all, in 1959, British surrendered their dominion over Malaysia and the peninsula became independent that year with the name Federation of Malaysia. After that, in 16th September 1963, a new federation with the name Malaysia was established by the Unity of Malaysia. Singapore, and the East Malaysian states, which is Sabah and Sarawak on the north coast of Borneo. And at last, in 1965, Singapore separated from the Federation and became an independent state. So next I'm going to present about the main concept of nation and nation state. So let's start with nation. Nation is what belongs to a country with a specific name and domicile in a particular area or territory. Domicile is which means specified country that treated as permanent home, and then share a common history, values and language, either in different ethnic, race, way of life and custom. Lastly, holding one national principle. And then lastly, let's talk about nation state. Nation can be existing if all the people in the country have sense of belonging. Sense of belonging is meant by simply gaining acceptance, attention and support from members, which in a group of people, and then or aspirate the corps, which is common spirit existing in the members of a group and inspiring enthusiasm, decathlon, and strong regard for the honor of the group. And then people feel that they constitute a nation on the basis of certain shared principle or ideal or community goals. Lastly, sharing of historical values, inspiration and national identity. As we all can see, Malaysia is only under nation, not nation state.
Hi, my name is Shirley Nan and my matrix number is SB 20007. I'm here to continue my part in the concept and formation of nation in the mold of Malaysia. So I'm here to talk about the formation of nation in the mold of Malaysia, where we talk about the nation building includes the creation of national-based ideologies such as flags, anthems, national principles, national language, and also national days. So some of the example is like flags, which is the Jalur Gemilang in Malaysia, and then the anthem, which is Negaraku, and then the national principle, which is Rukun Negara, and the national language, which is Bahasa Melayu, and as well for the national days, which is Merdeka Day and Malaysia Day. Next is the challenges faced in nation building. Firstly is to shape a nation that was united yet but have a diverse community with different ethnicity, religion, culture and language. Secondly is to establish democracy. Thirdly, it's the role of education in nation building. And then the lastly is to accept the national ideology and the constitution of Malaysia. So by establishing all of this kind of criteria, nation building has been created in Malaysia, and it has so far kept the unity of all the races regardless of all the ethnicity, cultures and religions to be united as one.
Good morning. I'm Iramadi Muryandi. My matric number is SP20004.
Hello, my name is Harnita Harshini and my matrix number is SB20009.
Today we are here to discuss about the influences from Portuguese and Dutch colonization.
Okay, first of all, Portuguese was led by Alfonso, who took over Malacca in 1511. The main reason he took over Malacca is for the colonization, to control the maritime trade in the east and to spread the Christianity. Although they conquered Malacca, they couldn't achieve much objective because Malays often attacked them.
Okay, then the impact of the Portuguese colonization is that the Eurasian community, who are Catholics, follow Portuguese customs and Romanized writing language terminology. For example, palsu, almari, jandela, garpu, and tuala in Malay, and the Malay dance. Thank you.
Thank you.